Hello, I'm Dr. Lori Benoit, and I'm going to review lesson plan part one with you for education 333 and 337. So notice that lesson plan and field lesson requirements right here is that link, and then lesson plan part one folder. So let's take just a moment and go over the requirements really quickly. The reason that we're going over the lesson plan and the field lesson requirements at the same time is these two activities go together. It gives you an opportunity in an authentic setting to plan and execute a one-day lesson in the field. So notice that all of the resources are going to be accessible on Moodle. You're going to have samples, template, rubrics, the whole shebang. So make sure you check out those folders. And let me just go over a couple of the requirements with you, give you some tips. So candidates will actually secure and modify an existing one-day lesson to fit the MSU template. It's likely that the lesson plan will not have all the components of the MSU template, but it's okay. I'm going to give you plenty of instruction in how to support those areas. And of course, you're going to have lots of samples as well. So you will have plenty of support to be able to do that. Once you have your lesson plan, you are responsible for videoing the lesson, minimum of 40 minutes, and uploading it to this portal. So you're going to access this document, and the portal it's hot linked. It's a OneDrive link. To facilitate recording, you can check out an iPad from Daniel DeWitt. This is his email. Email him in advance, set it up, and his office is in the Legacy Center. I forgot to mention something. This portal will require you to use your MSU credentials. So keep that in mind. I don't think it'll let you use outside credentials to access it. Candidates can use any recording platform you're comfortable with, but your file types need to be a movie or an MP4. If technical difficulties occur, any kind of technical difficulties, you have to redo it. So it's your responsibility to ensure that this recording is uploaded. It's one of the major assessments of the course, so it is a requirement. Simply saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I thought it hit record, but it didn't, or it went to some cloud and I don't know where it went and I can't access it. That's not going to work, because it is a requirement for the course. As a teacher preparation provider, we have to have an artifact that shows that you taught a lesson. So I highly recommend that you practice recording, that you, not your actual lesson, but just practice recording anything in the class, little pieces. Find the perfect angle that shows you and the students, that shows I need to see what the students are doing, not just you. So put it at a place where I can see you and the students, full classroom. Make sure the sound is good. Make sure the lighting is decent, as good of quality as possible. I also recommend, I don't have it on this paper here, but I definitely recommend that you use more than one device. So I would have the iPad going, I would have a laptop going, maybe even a phone going. That way, if anything happens to any of them, you've got some backups. Again, it is required for you to pass the course. Don't wait till the last minute, and you have to do it over again. So if you don't have something to submit, you're going to have to do it over again. Just keep that in mind. The recorded field lesson should reflect the lesson plan that is submitted. However, it is understood that some modification may have to occur to fit the authentic instructional context. And I'm very aware of that. Like, the lesson plan may say that something was going to take a certain amount of time, but when you actually did it, it took a lot longer than what you thought it would take. And I do know and understand that. It is permissible for the mentor to be present and to co-teach. So if you are a teacher of record in your own class, then I know and understand that this is something that you do every day. You already have those relationships built with the students. You know where the supplies are. You know the procedures. And so I would not expect to see a mentor in your video. However, if you are a pre-service teacher and you don't have a job yet, you would have a field placement mentor. In that case, your mentor can co-teach with you, but I do need to see you in a primary instructional role. Late work is assessed at 5 points per assignment per day, both the lesson plan and the field lesson. And remember that technical difficulties are not an excuse for something being late. They don't remove your late penalties. Also, please note that both assignments are required to receive credit for the course. As a teacher preparation program, we want to make sure that you are getting good quality instruction. So this just gives you a little overview of the lesson plan and the field lesson and how those two work in tandem and what the requirements are. In lesson plan 1 video, lesson plan 2 video, and the field lesson video, I'm actually going to go over all of these resources and samples. So this was just the overview for this particular document that kind of goes over some of the nuances of how these work together. You need to work on obtaining a lesson plan. So all of your content areas should have Tier 1 curriculum. If you don't have access to Tier 1 curriculum, please let me know. I will help you locate that. And the other thing is you should be working with a mentor if you are a pre-service teacher to decide when would be a good time for me to teach this lesson. If you are a teacher of record, you need to be looking ahead at your calendar. Moodle contains the teaching window that you should be teaching the field lesson. And so that's why we start with the lesson plan and then we work ourselves toward teaching that lesson in the field. Please reach out if you have any questions.